today will be about leadership for the not born leaders. To start with, the full quote came from Vince Lombardi, who is an American football coach, who said that leaders are made, they are not born. They are made by hard effort, which is the price which all of us must pay to achieve any goal that is worthwhile. He was talking about the need to work hard for success. To add to that, well-known business coach Hugo Hedge says true leaders must ensure that they continue to develop their leadership skills throughout their careers through learning, development, and activities, which means that you can have some intrinsic qualities. However, you must constantly develop your skills when it comes to dealing with people around you, whether it's at your place of work or at your home. Fortunately, now there is tremendous interest in leadership and leadership development as people seek to achieve leadership position or want to inspire others through their actions. I will take a few minutes to give you an overview about Honoris Educational Network, followed by a presentation of our speaker, Dr. Ismail Essackjee. So let's get started. The institution was founded 19 years back in 2002, and last year we became a branch of Honoris United Universities, the first private Pan-African higher education network. We offer industry-relevant undergraduate and postgraduate programs from leading South African business schools, Mancosa and Regent Business School. Le Wagon, the most acclaimed coding bootcamp from France, is also a partner institution of Honoris. Today's session forms part of Mancosa's MBA program, which is aimed at equipping students with skills to excel in management and leadership positions. Let us now move to an introduction of our speaker, Dr. Ismail Essackjee. Dr. Ismail Essackjee is a senior electrical engineer with over 15 years of working experience at the electricity utility company in Mauritius, where he leads his team in the construction of new transmission networks. He holds an MBA from Mancosa and is a certified project management professional from the Project Management Institute from USA. In 2021, he was awarded a PhD in renewable energy integration by the University of Mauritius. Dr. Essackjee is also a member of several professional institutions and has been recognized as a fellow of the Chartered Management Institute of UK. He has been actively delivering trainings in engineering, project management, and management fields for over a decade now. Besides, he is part of the Meta Coach family and a certified trainer in the personal development field, where he specializes in assisting people in becoming better version of themselves and to develop their leadership skills. He is also a certified John Maxwell coach, speaker, and trainer. Recently, he was recognized with Asia's Best Coaching and Development Leadership Award. Coming back to our topic of the day, whether leaders are born or made is not a new debate. Let's now discover from Dr. Essackjee how we can inspire the leader within us. We'll have a Q&A session in the end. You can already type your questions as we go along, and these will be answered in the end. So I now leave the floor to you, Dr. Essackjee.
Thank you, Priya. Thank you, Honoris Educational Network, for inviting me to share a bit of my knowledge, my views about what we call leadership. And or is it made, or you born as a leader, or can you become a leader? This is what we are going to find out. So let's get started. And let's go. So the presentation about me has already been done. So I just wanted to highlight about John Maxwell team, why it's so important when we are talking about leadership. Actually, I graduated from the John Maxwell team, I think in 2019. And this was the last time we managed to travel actually to the IMC. And John Maxwell is the number one, he's regarded as the number one leadership expert in the world. That's it. Okay, so to get leadership, maybe resources, leadership knowledge, he's sharing his teaching like every week with us. So it's part of maybe I'm honored to be part of this network. So I'm trying now to maybe give back to society, give you maybe some of his teaching and apply it in the context of the Mauritian life. Okay, it's not like the US life is general. I'm trying to put some examples for you to be able to see it much properly, to feel it, to experience leadership in for Mauritians in your day-to-day work. Okay, so some ground rules. Okay, we are meeting online. Let's see. So every participant usually will be on mute. So don't try to unmute. It's going to create maybe feed forward, maybe some noise as well. You can type in your questions in the chat box. We are going to get back to that maybe at a later stage. This session is being recorded, and I understand the recording may be available to you. It may happen, maybe during these last days you have seen a few issues with internet connection. It may happen that we get disconnected, low internet connection and so on, but hopefully we are going to make it. And if you disconnect, I think it's going to be reconnected automatically. So this is maybe some of the ground rules that we have for today. So what are the objectives for today? I've put 3. It depends on you as well. You may have your own objective. Let's have a look. So can we learn and develop our leadership skills, or is it inborn? Is it like when you're taking birth, it is part of it in your birth certificate nowadays going to write, he is born a leader? Or is it like things that we can learn? Okay, just like we've learned the alphabet, A, B, C, D, and so on. Can we learn leadership? Some of the skills. We are going to see whether it is true or not. If yes, how? Okay, and then you are going to set your own objectives. I have maybe in between these slides what we are going to cover, I'm going to share a few skills, maybe 10, 15 skills. Okay, maybe tricks, tactics, maybe different things. Some may be applicable to you, some may trigger things for you in your mind. But let's see, it's going to be different for each and every one. We are going to cover the same slide at the end, and we're going to see what have changed like in between these 60 minutes that we are going to be together. So here we are. Congratulations, leader. Is it true or not? This is where we are going to start. So are leaders born or made? Can we make a leader? Can we train someone to become a leader? Basically, is it about genetics or can it be learned? Okay, maybe you will say, it's a bit difficult. The question is quite hard. Can I give you a hint if you allow me? Okay, so let's ask this question again now. Is it about genetics or can it be learned? Okay, I'm not trying to maybe bring you on another platform, but let's see. So a study from the Leadership Quarterly found that leadership is 24% genetics and 76% which can be learned. So 3/4 of what makes up good leadership can be learned. So it is a skill which can be developed. So this is good news for you. It can be learned. But basically you do have those who are maybe born in a specific maybe family also. Okay, they do have some part of genetics. It's about the environment. We are going to learn about the law of the environment today. So it may be part of the environment as well, which is going to not force it, but it's going to prepare us to become a very good leader. It's what you're experiencing day in, day out, and this form part of genetics as well. But basically, most importantly, so let's say you were born with 0% of genetics when it comes to leadership. So you still have 3/4, 76% where you can learn about leadership. So you can become a very good, 76% is an A if I'm not mistaken. So you can become a first-class leader, if I can put it this way. So that's good news for you. But maybe you say, okay, but what is leadership? Maybe if you are the admin of 17 or more WhatsApp group, okay, maybe can you call yourself, maybe I have leadership skill, you can put that in your CV or not, up to you. Okay, most likely you would have seen on different network, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever, there's difference between a boss and a leader. Everyone wants to become a leader nowadays. No one wants to become the boss because the boss is portrayed as someone who is like pushing his people, maybe the bad guy, while the leader is more maybe the coach and so on, it's more friendly and so on. Basically true and false as well. So you have a few terms here, but we're not going to go into the theoretical aspect, and so we're going to look for the practical part of leadership. So my take on that is this one. Let's start with this one. So a manager, both a manager and a leader, okay, they have what we call a flame in their hand. Okay, just like this guy here. So they both have a flame in their hand. The manager is going to put this flame under you, okay, and maybe on your back, okay, you know where exactly. And when you have this flame under you, you're going to run, you're going to work, definitely. Okay, he's forcing you to work. With the same flame, the leader is going to ignite, he's going to inspire the inside flame inside you. Okay, so the leader, maybe he's going to show you the way forward. So this is what we call the difference for me. A simple way to show the difference between a leader and a manager. Okay, so leaders may manage, but not all managers are leaders. Leaders may manage. So if you're a leader, you should be in a position to manage, but not all managers are leaders. Leaders are knowledgeable, but knowledge doesn't make a leader. True enough, you can't pour from an empty cup. Leaders need to know, okay, but knowing doesn't necessarily make you a leader. Leader may hold important position. Okay, we are going to come back to position later on. So leaders may hold important position, but position doesn't make a leader. Position does not make a leader. You may be regarded maybe as a top, you are on the top of the apex of the organigram, but you are not the leader. Who is a leader then? We are going to come back to that. Okay, this is a flame that the boss the manager is going to put under you. So next, so we have been talking about manager and leader. So what are the definitions? How do we define management? So management is a process of getting someone else to do things you want done. You are going, put it in like, let's try to picture this one. The manager, he's sitting in his seat. He's going to say, John, do that. Earl, do that. Ali, do that. So he's giving orders. Okay, based on his position, he's getting things done by others. Others are doing the things. But let's see what leadership is. Leadership is the art of getting someone else to do things. Yes, doing someone else to do things you want done. Yes, practically the same as management, because these people want to do it. So you are instigating, you are trying to inspire these people to work, and they want to do it willingly. The difference here with management, where management is like forcefully, you are using your position as a boss, as a manager in the organigram, you are higher up, you are giving orders. People need to do that. Okay, you are going to see what is the difference later on when we see the 5 levels of leadership. But then when it is about a leader, you can be a manager and a leader both. Okay, when the leader is giving orders, okay, people would want to do that. They will rush to do that. They will be make maybe they are going to make maybe competition among themselves to do it. Okay, they're going to give the best what they have to be able to please the boss. One simple example, how? By the correct choice of word. Okay, you can you can apply leadership skills. Let's say at a Friday evening, not evening, maybe afternoon, 4:30, where people are packing up, happy hour and so on, people are thinking about their weekends and so on, and there's a sudden job comes in, a 30 minutes job. The manager will say, maybe John, do that. He's just going to order. And John, etc. Okay, he will try to do it, maybe rush it throughout. But if the manager, instead of saying, John, do that, he say, John, we have an issue, this is an important file that we have got. Can we tackle that together? See, so it's about we are on the same boat, the manager, maybe the manager or the leader together with John. So he's putting John in the picture, and it's both. Let's do that. Let's do. This is like so powerful. Just try it. Okay, I'm starting to give you a few tips about how you can become a very good leader, because we have like 60 minutes. It's not too much. I can't like make you become a very good leader, but I can give you tips that you can apply daily to be able to become a better leader. So one of it is, let's do it. Ultimately, it's going to be John who is going to do, but the correct choice of word that you are going to use is going to make a significant difference. Okay, so this was from Eisenhower. He was the 34th American president. A lot of management and leadership come from his style. Okay, there's some in terms of time management as well. So if you have time, read about him. So the leader, let's call that the leader, he has what we call a big picture approach. So he has vision. what is called vision. He don't see only like on the tip of his nose. He's going to see much further. Look at his cartoon, these two guys, they're in a cell. Okay, someone on the left, he's seeing maybe only what we have in front of him. He's seeing the bars of the cell. While his friend, he's seeing beyond that. This is a leader. He's seeing beyond the big picture approach. So ultimately, the role of the leader is to inspire people. You can't motivate people. You inspire people so that they are motivated. This is what the goal, one of the goals of a good leader is. So ultimately, okay, we inspire people, yes, but for what? To create impact. We need to have a goal, and we need to achieve this goal. We are walking in one direction. So it's about having a vision, usually big picture, to inspire people so that they are motivated to create impact, to achieve goals for the organization or for whatever you are, maybe part of a community. So let me just give you a short story about what happened some time back. Oops, let me just go back. So during a visit to the NASA Space Center in 1962, so in 1961, this is where President Kennedy announced, okay, publicly that he is going to send, the US is going to send someone on the moon and bring him back safely in 1961. So in 1962, the team were working at NASA. So he went there, President Kennedy noticed a janitor, okay, someone cleaning around with a broom, with a mop, whatever. He interrupted his tour. He walked to this guy and asked him, "Hi, I'm Jack Kennedy, the president. What are you doing?" And what, according to you, this janitor told the president? "I am just cleaning around. I'm brooming here and there. Okay, what I am doing." So let's hear the answer. So, "Well, Mr. President, I'm helping put a man on the moon." Basically, what is he doing? He's just cleaning around. But look at the image that he has. He's cleaning around. He's helping putting a man on the moon. He's cleaning the NASA officers and so on. Ultimately, he's contributing to send a person on the moon. I use this same maybe practice, this tip. I can call that a tip. Okay, it's big picture approach when I'm training my people at CB. Some guys, they are just maybe tightening a bolt. What are you doing? He's tightening a bolt. Another one, I'm tightening a bolt, maybe according to the specifications. That's very good. Maybe he's working as per maybe how many turns he will have to take with a bolt. Another man, okay, he was on the pole. I asked him, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm tightening the bolt so that there's no fault on this network. This network is providing supply to the hospital." It was Larry Madame, okay, in Port Louis. So it was providing supply to hospital, and so that I'm tightening the bolt so that there's no fault happening on this bolt for the 20-30 years to come. This is supplying the hospital, ladies or pregnant ladies are giving birth. So we are ascertaining that they get quality supply. It's the same job. One is just tightening the bolt. One is tightening the bolt according to specification. Someone is, look at his mindset. He's trying to ascertain that there's no power cut or fault happening on this network for 20-30 years to come. This is a lifetime of a electrical network. Maybe supplying schools, supplying hospitals, and so on. So this is what we need to instill in the mind of our people working under you, maybe colleagues as well, because you don't need to be in a position of a certain position to be able to lead. You can work with your colleagues as well. Okay, so now are you ready to become a leader? Maybe a few things that I've been telling you, yes, yeah, I think it's interesting, isn't it? But let's have a look. For you to be able to become a leader, you need to take a decision. Maybe today I'm going to leave it maybe overnight for you to take this decision. Okay, you will need to leave your comfort zone. So 98% of the world's population are happy within their comfort zone. Happy sitting around when they come home, Netflix, Disney Plus, whatever. Okay, maybe only these 2%. They're going to relax. Definitely, you are not a robot, whatever. So but you need to look for some time for your personal growth. You're going to learn, you're going to read, you are maybe part of this 2% who has maybe chosen to listen, to attend this seminar. Okay, so it's quite tough because only 2%. Others, they're going to live like a safe life. I'm happy as I am. Okay, but if you want to become a leader, you need to take, it's a decision, it's an intentional decision to move forward out of your comfort zone. This is where what we call success is going to occur. Success is going to find you not in your comfort zone, but outside your comfort zone. If you don't believe me, let's see what your friend is going to tell you. So a ship in a harbor is safe. Definitely, the ship in the harbor, it's well anchored, it's safe. But it is not what the ship was built for. The ship was built to go in the sea, in the deep sea. There may be like storms, hurricanes, whatever, cyclones, and so on. So it's going to be unsafe. But the ship was not meant to be in the harbor safely anchored. Okay, so you the ship that want to be anchored in the harbor, or are you looking for adventure? Or are you looking to become better, to discover new things, to discover yourself, your purpose in life? So you cannot conquer the world by staying in a safe harbor. You will need to go out of this comfort zone. Okay, but then definitely deciding to become a leader. That's why I'm taking a few minutes, maybe 10 or more minutes, to tell you, okay, yes, good, people are willing to go for leadership, learning about leadership, but it is hard. Deciding to become a leader is hard. Why? You forgo your rights and you focus on your responsibilities. Just like this, the leader that you can see in the picture, he is doing the hard work. Okay, he is drilling, okay, opening the path for others to follow. He's doing the hard job. Okay, others are just going to follow. So you forgo your rights and you focus on your response. You don't say, okay, this is my right. No, you're going to say, this is my responsibility to look after these people, to add value to these people. These are my people. I need to cater for them. You must leave your ego. If you have any piece of ego in you, as a leader, if you're willing to be a very good leader, you need to leave the ego behind. The ego must go. You will not be able to please everybody. Okay, you're not what we call the ice cream seller. Okay, ice cream seller maybe someone who is giving Nutella free. Okay, he can please everybody. But as a leader, there will be occasions where you will need to take decision, and decision making is not easy. You will be maybe pleasing someone, or maybe pleasing your peers and others not. Okay, so it is tough. That's why it is tough. That's why leaders are rare. You are 2% of this population of the world. Okay, so basically you will need to become a servant. Okay, it's not about how many followers you have. It's about how many people you are serving. Okay, so and then you will need to practice as well what you are preaching. It's not only, okay, yes, I'm doing leadership and so on, I'm just preaching, but you need to practice what you are doing. Okay, so let's move forward. Some of the barriers that you are going to encounter. Character, you need to have a strong character, and it's going to come with time. Okay, discipline, you need to embody discipline. Just like we have said, you need to preach what you need to do, you need to practice. Visually, people need to see you practicing what you are preaching. So it's about discipline. Sacrifice, lots and lots of sacrifice. Remember, you are foregoing your rights. Okay, you decide to forego your rights. You say, okay, this is my responsibility. You put responsibility into focus. Process. So leadership is not like 1 hour. We are going to learn 1 hour. You are going to do maybe a full MBA, specialization in leadership. No. Maybe a PhD in leadership. No. It is something that you are going to learn day in, day out. It's a process, an ongoing process, a never-ending process. So there's no one who says, I'm a fully fit, 100% leader. No, it's always like, I'm a coach in leadership, okay, but I'm still a student in leadership. I'm still working, I'm still learning, trying to see, okay, what can change, because things are changing. If we scan our environment, things are changing every day. And we need to be able to adjust to what we are seeing. So it is a process, and we say that leadership develops daily, not in a day. Okay, and then we have add value. It's about adding. What is meant by adding value? I use that a lot, maybe to make someone becomes a better version of himself or herself. So it's about adding value. Right now, what I'm doing, I'm trying to add value to you. Maybe I'm going to share leadership skills with you. Small things that you can implement, maybe which is going to tick into your mind. Maybe when you're going to sleep, your subconscious mind is going to work at night. Okay, maybe I can start this process. So it's about adding value, giving freely to someone. You don't know, maybe a lot of you I don't know, maybe it's the first time we are meeting virtually. So it's just about unconditionally loving people, adding value to people. And for that, you will need to be a valuable person. You will need to have your cup full, okay, to be able to pour, to give out to people. So that's why a leader is knowledgeable. He's not necessarily fully knowledgeable, but he will need to always invest in himself, learning, doing personal growth. Okay, and then definitely, okay, when you are kicked in the rear, you're going to feel it. If you choose to become a leader, okay, I'm giving you up to maybe tomorrow morning to think about it properly, okay. If you know you're going to get kicked, you know where, at your back, and you know, if you get this kick in your rear, you know you are out in the front. So you are leading. If you get kicks, if you're not getting any kicks, so you are followers. You're just following. But if you feel these kicks, okay, in your back, you know you are becoming leader. You know you are up front, okay. And now that you know, okay, now maybe I'm working. I love this leadership thing. Maybe I can give it a good thought as from tomorrow. So how do we measure leadership now? Okay, I want to become a very good leader. How do you measure leadership? Let's hear what John Maxwell says. So the true measure of leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. So how do we measure leadership? It's about influence. How many people can you influence? What is your level of influence to a population, to a crowd, to your employees? So what is influence? Influence now, it's wide ranging. Some may say, okay, but influence appears to have a negative connotation. I'm influencing people, maybe trying to turn their minds around. No, it's maybe in different direction. No, because influence about when you're going to add value to people, you're going to give people, if you ask, this is where people are going to run to do it. It's not due to your position, your pressure that you're putting, that people are going to do the job. It's about because you have done something for them, okay, that they can't actually repay you. Okay, so let's see, how can we increase? So if we take it flat, leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. How can we now become a better leader? We need to increase our influence, isn't it? Okay, so how? First one is about our communication. How are we communicating? Okay, what is the tone we are using? Building trust. Okay, we need to, if you embody what you have been preaching, you're going to build trust. If you say, if you do that, I'm going to maybe give you 2 days off. Give these 2 days about building trust. Connecting with people. A lot of people communicate. Okay, you can communicate, but how about connecting, getting to know these people personally? It's not about how is your colleague, is your employee married, has he children, how are they attending school, how are they managing in COVID-19 situation? So it's about connecting, getting to know these people. Respect, you need to respect people. We're going to learn hopefully about empathy. Time is running out, but let's see how much we can cover today. So respect, and then add value. We already discussed about that. It's unconditionally adding value to people. And for that, if you're able to add value, you will become someone very valuable to society. And then forget about remuneration, whatever. Remuneration is going to run after you. Believe me, I listened to that maybe 5 years back. I say, okay, remuneration is going to run after you. Yes. Okay. Just add these, build on these skills, and you're going to see that the market is going to run after you. Believe me. Okay, quickly, you have 5 levels of leadership as defined by John Maxwell. Number 1, right? So people follow you because they have to. So it's about your position. Okay, if you're the manager, maybe the head of department, if you give an order, someone is going to obey you. This is the lowest. Maybe some will say, okay, but he's the head of the management, okay, head of the department, whatever. Okay, this is the lowest level of leadership. Okay, and unless you are able to go to the next level as well, you can be the head of department. Okay, but if you are able to demonstrate level 2, level 3, so then you are up in the leadership model. Level 2, it's about building relationships. So beginning to connect with people. So relate. Okay, you listen. Okay, you show appreciation, a tap on the back. Okay, and then we have it, I think, in one of the slides, understand before being understood. It's not only you giving orders and whatever. Listen to be able to understand, to be able to show empathy to your people. Empathy is a capacity to understand or feel what another person is experiencing from within their frame of reference, from their shoes. How do they feel? How do they look at this situation? Okay, it's not looking only from your situation. Most of the time, we judge ourselves based on maybe our intention. We judge ourselves based on our intention, but we judge other people based on their action. It's not right. Okay, that's why we need to get in empathy skills as well. Let's move to level 3. Results. People follow you because of what you have done for the organization. Your credibility has been established. We attract who we are and not what we want. If we want to attract good people, it's not by you just attract people. You become, by the person you become, this valuable. By adding value, you're going to become valuable, and then you're going to attract people. 2 ways to do that. Either you hunt, okay, you go hunting, pow, you hunt, or you fish. You just throw the bait, and then fish are going to come to you. 2 ways of approach. So leadership is about the fishing anyway. Okay, hunting is a management style. So level 4. So as we go up, it is like this way, but usually it is like a funnel going up, an inverted funnel. So less and less people are able to achieve level 3, level 4, and level 5. It's like reserved. So level 4, people development. People follow because of what you have done for them. Okay, so if you want maybe to build a team, a powerful team, this is level 4, where you're building people. You get maybe people you see, you can feel, you can maybe measure what is their potential, and then you develop. You give them these opportunities for development. See level 4, and then level 5, which goes the pinnacle. Okay, people follow you because of what you have done and what you represent. So you're maybe a brand or something. So we don't have much people over there. You maybe have in Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, Mother Teresa, Steve Jobs, Martin Luther King, and so on. So it is maybe reserved, but it is, if you want to go to this level, this is your goal that you need to set. Okay, so let's continue. Law of intentionality. We said that now we are going to have a look. We have mentioned a few skills and so on. Let's have a look at the laws now, some of the laws of leadership. Okay, growth does not just happen. You just not maybe throw a seed in the soil and then it's going to grow. Yes, maybe. You as well, you say, okay, yes, I'm going to eat. Okay, pizza, burger, McDonald's every day. I'm going to grow. Physically, you are going to grow. Intellectually, or as a leader, you're not going to grow. You will need to look for the food for your mind. So it's about looking for courses. Okay, you have lots of courses, I think, which is being offered by Honoris as well. So why not attempt one of these instead of maybe looking for opportunities, okay, looking for jobs and so on. We have one slide for that as well. So growth does not just happen, not accidental. We need to work, we need to see, we need to set our goal, and we need to we need to thread onto this path towards success. Okay, so for things to change, you have to change. It's not about the government, it's not about the pandemic, it's not about COVID, it's not about frontières fermées ouvertes, whatever. For things to change, it's about you. Okay, you have to change for things to change for you. And believe me, only if you remember only this slide from this presentation, that's going to be fantabulous for you. Okay, this is a powerful slide. Okay, so for things to get better, you have to get better. It's about you. For things to improve, you have to improve. And this is from Jim Rohn. And now I invite you to have a look at maybe YouTube or buy a few books from Jim Rohn. It's going to be value for money. Okay, he was my first mentor, which I had. I have my one mentor in Mauritius, but he introduced me to Jim Rohn. Oh my God! And this changed my mindset about maybe leadership, whatever, personal development. It set my ball running. So for things to change, you need to change. It's not about the government, whatever. It's you. Okay, a small exercise for you. If you have your calculators or your mobile phone, if you say, okay, but I'm happy as I am. I'm not going to do something special every day, but I'm not going to be more watch more TV and so on every day. I'm going to stay as I am for 1 year, 365 days. So what's going to happen? You take one, raise to the power of 365. Ultimately, from 1st January to the 31st December, you are going to remain the same. 1 at the end of the year. 1 raised to any power is going to be 1. But let's say now you say, fatigué un peu, non? Un peu de douleur sur la terre. But let's try to do 1% less. maybe in VNHP, 1% left. 0.99 raised to the power of 365, okay, over 1 year, you're doing slightly less. What is it compounded? What will you be at the end of this year? It's going to be 0.03. You started with 1, you are now 0.0. It's only 1% less every day, 0.03. This is what you're going to be. Now let's say, okay, but I'm going to do one extra. I'm going to read 1 page a day. I'm going to listen to one YouTube, maybe mindset change, personal development. Listening here, attending such a session, 1 hour session on leadership. But if you do that consecutively for the whole year, okay, what's going to happen to you? You're going to become 37.8%, not like percent, yeah, better than the person you were on the 1st of January. Isn't that interesting? This is the effect, small daily improvement compounded over time. This is how you can increase your knowledge. You can become a better person. Okay, so some will say, but okay, I'm going janvier, février, c'est un peu mollo. Okay, I'm going to wait maybe March, April, day, and so on. No, why not wait till the end of the month and brush your teeth 60 times in 1 day? The same thing, the same approach, the same principle. So, but you're going to brush your teeth, hopefully, morning and evening, isn't it? Same thing. So you need to do it every day. See the magic of it, compounded effect. Do it every day. Learn new skills. Read 1 page every day. It's going to take you where you are. Remember, you have a vision. Everyone here is going to have his or her own vision. You are not taking the same bus, everyone. We know exactly in which destination we are heading for. So you need to, that is a law of design. You need to design your life. Okay? If you don't design your own life plan, chances are that you are going to fall into someone else's plan. Maybe someone else who has a plan, but you are soldiers to his plan. So if you don't have any plan, tous les chemins sont bons. Whatever first bus which is going to come, you just climb onto the bus. You do arrive at your that's fabulous. Suyak, that's good for me as well. So whatever the destination of the bus it is, you are going to pick it. It's not life. Okay, you need to know in which direction you are heading. Then you pick the right bus. And guess what they have for you? They're not about you. You're part of their plan. But it is not like you don't have much for you in their plan. Okay, you are contributing maybe for them to get funds, to get rich and so on. But it is not, you are not for your only soldiers. They're just going to pay you ultimately. Okay, not much. Again, it's from Jim Rohn. Okay, now goal setting. Everyone wants to run. Okay, on the ladder of success, isn't it? But goal setting is so important, right? We said you need to know in which bus you are jumping, not the first bus which is coming to the bus stop. Okay? Everyone wants to go on top of the ladder, but first you need to know which ladder you are leaning. Is it against the wrong wall or the good wall? Okay? So first of all, know where you are heading. Remember your big picture. What is the direction that you want to go? You set your goal, then you go in this direction. No need for you to rush, and then okay, I'm in the wrong direction. You have invested heavily, whatever. So, but you are leaning against the wrong wall. And then this is where you're going to get demotivated and so on. People who set goals are 10 times more successful than those who don't. So this is what statistics says. If you set goal, it is a skill, goal setting. You will be able to be a much more higher achiever. A lot of people go for New Year's resolution, but statistics say that 80% of New Year's resolution have already failed by 14th of February. Saint-Valentin, nearly 80% of New Year's resolution are already failed. So work on, for people who I coach, it's about set your goal. Then we break that into smaller pieces so that they are able to achieve that. You want to buy a car? We set goals. How to buy the car. You want to buy a house? We set the goal and you see how we are going to achieve that. Whatever you have, you set the goal. Okay, next is the law of the environment. So growth thrives in conducive environment. In which environment are you currently? Is it like an environment which is conducive to your growth or not? A simple exercise has been done, like in a school where they had 2 containers with beans and so on, okay, seeds or beans, and the same amount in the same soil, whatever, they put it in 2 areas of the class, same sunlight, whatever, same operating conditions, let's say, okay, the environmental condition. But every morning, so on one containers they wrote love, on the other it was anger. So every day, okay, students are going to come, they're going to pour in love. Okay, I will love you. So for the plant, okay, good words, you're going to praise. Oh, you have started to grow, that's very good. It's encouraging words for this set of seeds that they have in one container. On the other one, the anger one, they're going to pour, they're going to be harsh and whatever. This is what happened after 2 weeks. So environment, the way, if you're in an environment where it's so negative, okay, people are also criticizing, so you need to leave this environment. Okay, so how to create this environment now, up to you. Okay, it's like a big debate, it's like not a debate, but it's another session where we can discuss about how to create this environment. One of which is you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if you are maybe within like en créole, okay, if I can say it, nous allons fréquenter les changs épices. Okay, so if you are in an environment where, let's say, people are maybe smoking, most likely, as in, it's not like 100%, most likely you will start to smoke as well. So choose your environment properly. Who are your friends? Who are your inner circle? Choose these appropriately. Okay, let's talk a bit about communication. Let me just check my time. Okay, we need to rush quickly. Communication, law of communication. Leaders touch a heart before asking for a hand. So it's about the heart, always about the middle. Also, we need to understand this is what we call the empathy part of leadership. To handle yourself, use your head. For you, when you're maybe dealing, you're taking decision, use your head. To handle others, use your heart. It's by Eleanor Roosevelt. Okay, heart of leadership, we mentioned that before, it's about serving people. We are servants, servant leadership, serve people. Okay, so people don't care how much you know. Okay, you may be maybe a PhD, you may be so many degrees, whatever. So what? People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. It's about caring for people. We are living, every day we are dealing with people. We are in the business of people. Whatever, wherever you are, we are in the business of people. So it's about caring for people. People need to know, to understand, to feel, to be felt. Okay? So the heart of leadership is serving people. It says that leadership is like tennis. If you serve well, you don't lose. So in tennis, okay, those who understand maybe tennis, if you serve well, you're never going to lose. Okay? And when the right hand in the COVID situation, if you want to wash your right hand, can you do that properly? It's not like feasible. You can do it, but it won't be clean. You will need to have your left hand, but so the left hand is helping the right hand. So what's happening? Both hands are getting clean. One is helping the other, but ultimately both hands are getting clean. So when the right hand washes the left hand, the right hand gets clean too. So this is about servant leadership. You serve, and in so doing, you are going to gain. You are going to become a better leader. You are going to influence people, and you go up the ladder. Seek to understand before being understood. We have so many stories. Maybe other time we can tell you so, but important. This is one of the laws of the 7 habits of highly effective people by Stephen Covey. So seek to understand first, not being understood. In this picture, you can see 2 persons. One is seeing maybe a pale blue part of the ball. Other one, it's a darker blue. So when they are saying it, okay, just say better. It's pale blue. The one says no, it's dark pale. But who is right, who is wrong? It's about the leader. He needs to hover over it. He needs to hover over the situation. He need not be on the same level. So he has to have a helicopter view of the situation. Then he can say, from your perspective, this is what you are saying from this perspective. Then he can turn the ball, or he can show them their perspective so that they understand each other. So it's about getting to know conflict management, a bit of that as well. This one is interesting. It's about listening. Okay, ting. Okay, this is a Chinese word for listening. Ting. Maybe you need to know, you have learned Chinese as well today. So first part of the word is the ear. Okay, the first symbol is the ear. Definitely see the main part of what we use for listening, isn't it? The main organ. Ting is respect. It means respect, because when you are listening to someone, we need to show him respect. It's not about listening with the intent of answering whatever. We just listen. So he's maybe the king. Let's put the picture of the king speaking, and we just listen. Next is 10 eyes. So 1 ear, that's very good, but then 10 eyes. Why eyes? Because we need to listen with our eyes as well. Okay? So, because someone is going to see you, pas peguer ton téléphone, oh, whatever, no. Okay, listen with the eyes, nod, give acknowledgement to the person. This is going to show respect to this person. And then listen with the heart. How to listen with the heart? Let's have a look. Okay, so the best listening is the ones that demonstrate unique focus and happens with ears, eyes, and heart. Okay, basically you will know what this is. For most of it, it's going to be an ear. That's very good. But what happens? You have 2 ears, isn't it? Okay, when we put all these together, what is this symbol? It's becoming a heart. And when you have a look at this one, heart, in the middle of heart is ear. So if you want someone hearts, maybe those who want to get married and so on, best of luck to you. But anyway, if you want someone's heart, learn how to listen to him, learn how to listen to her. Okay, so the heart of to get the heart of the heart, okay, to be able to handle the heart, to get to the heart of someone, it's about listening. Okay, so over to you. Time management. Quickly on time management, the Pickles jar theory. Okay, you say, okay, yes, I would love to read 1 page a day. I would love to listen to 1 hour of webinar every day, go onto YouTube, whatever. But I don't have time. So many things to do. Okay, but you need to be able to prioritize your whatever you are doing in life. Okay, you need to know what is more important. There is no recently, maybe 2 weeks back, I read about time management. I think it was Simon Sinek who said, it's not about when someone is telling you I don't have time. It's not that this person doesn't have time. It's about this person. You are not a priority for this person. Okay, he has time. Everyone has 24 hours, isn't it? But if he's telling you I don't have time for this, it's just meant that it is not part of his priorities. So if you want to grow as a leader, okay, you need to put leadership skills, maybe all the different aspects that we have seen today and much more that we have in stock for you. You need to put that in track. You need to put that as priority. But then let's have a look how you can get, ease yourself out of maybe unvaluable activities. So 1/3 of our time is spent in non-value adding activities. Vrai? How come? Let's have a look. The average person spend 8 years and 4 months watching TV. I will leave it here. The average female will spend 287 days of their life riffling through their wardrobe. Qui vous mettez aujourd'hui? I send another set, qui vous quitte en tout. Okay, but anyway, because if you accumulate all the number of minutes that you take to select what you are going to wear, is going to total to accumulate up to 287 days of your life, just choosing what to wear. Do you think it is a reason why? Is there like an underlying reason why maybe Robin Sharma, Steve Jobs, they were only black? Practically the same set of maybe clothing every time you see them. They're always in black. Why is it so? Okay, so average man, so we said about our ladies, but the average man spends nearly 40 minutes per day staring at women, which is equivalent to 11 months and 11 days. So those aged between 18 and 50. Maybe after 50 they don't look, I don't know, but this is what the statistics say. So it's 40 minutes per day. If you can maybe listen to a webinar for 30 minutes per day, where can that lead you? So you reserve like 13 minutes for staring at women. Okay, don't leave it fully to webinar, but at least 30 minutes to go, to learn, to develop yourself. Okay, so let me just check my time. Okay, this is about the time management. This is a priority, setting your focus. Is the lion tamer here is able to tame the lion. Why? It's not because of the whip. It's because of the 4 legs of the stool. When the lion sees the 4 legs of the stool coming in his direction, he loses focus. He don't know on which one to focus. In so doing, he becomes paralyzed. Then the tamer can do whatever he wants to them. Again, for you, if you're trying to do 4 things at a time, 5 things at a time, this is where you lose your focus. You become diluted. Okay, so the main thing for you to do is to focus. Look on where you want to focus. How to do so? So up to you two. I won't have time to go into the Pareto Principle, but just to let you know that basically when we expect, what is the expectation? If we do 20%, we expect 20% output, 20% input, 20% output, isn't it? Mathematics, isn't it? But in reality, if you know how to select these 20%, so there is this 20% of things that you can do to be able to give you 80% of output. Isn't that great? This is what we call the Pareto Principle. I leave it to you. Okay, you are taking your notes, maybe really learn a bit about Pareto Principle. It works in all fields. 80% of your phone calls go to only 20% of your names in sequence. That's why you have a list of favorites, isn't it? Okay, so these list of favorites represent maybe 20% of the names in the contact list. Okay, but 80% of the calls that you're going to make or receive are going to come from this list of favorites. In a restaurant as well, 80% of the meals come from 20% of the menu. And most likely 20% of people cause 80% of the problem. It can be result to traffic, 20% of the road result in 80% of traffic problems, whatever. So read a bit about Pareto Principle to learn how to prioritize what you need to do. Law of pain. Good management of bad experiences leads to greater growth. Okay, it's not like it's going to be pink every day, yeah, or rose, leadership. Everyone is going to like me and so on. No. This is maybe a bad picture that you are having. It's going to be painful. Let me just let you know it's going to be pain. But you need to know how to manage these painful experiences to make it lead to your growth. You need to be able to manage these bad experiences. Okay, just as an example shown here in terms of a broken pencil. You can have 2 pencils or you can have 3, like tips from where you can write. Okay, life is 10% of what happens to you. Everybody has different types of problems happening to their lives. It's not like someone is having like a peak life every day. Okay, so life is 10% of what happens to you, but more important is about how the 90% how you react to that. Okay, it's about the attitude. What is your attitude? Okay, maybe someone is talking about you. Definitely when you're going to choose a leadership path, someone is going to talk about you, whatever. So take it positively. He's doing your marketing, isn't it? Okay, so take it lightly, so just forget about it. If you start maybe overthinking about it, this is where you're going to waste your time. Okay, last lesson maybe for today is about the bamboo tree. This important lesson. Okay, I don't know if you have seen the big, real bamboo, not the lucky bamboo and so on, the real bamboo tree. Okay, so let's hear what we're, maybe on year 1 you're going to plant it. Let's say on year 1 you're going to plant a bamboo tree, and then you're going to nurture, you're going to put the best fertilizers, you're going to water it 2 times a day as per the requirement. After 1 year there is no visible growth, it's not growing. Number 2, no change, no growth. It's not 1 week, it's not 1 month, it's years. Year 1, year 2, no change. Let's have a look at year 3. Oops, it's still no change in year 3. Oh my God. Year 4, oops, no change still. So what's happening? Year 5, but in year 2, 3, 4, you are still nurturing your tree. It is not growing up, but in year 5, it's going to grow 80 feet tall in just 6 weeks. So what has happened over this time? What's happening to your bamboo tree? Year 1, year 2, year 3. Okay, it is gathering strength. Same, so we are looking for the parallel. If you're buying a book, maybe he told us, this guy from the webinar, he told us to listen to Jim Rohn. I've listened to 5 YouTube videos on Jim Rohn, still nothing. But it's about continuously working. Okay, keep it going. So success doesn't come right away. Success requires strong foundation. So within these 1, 2, 3, 4 years, what happened? It was building its strength, and then when it sprouted, when it hit the ground and up, it grew 80 feet tall in just 6 weeks, 1.5 months. 80 feet tall. Okay, so what has happened? So this is a lesson from the bamboo tree. Success is about consistency. Patience and persistence will definitely pay off. So this is an interesting lesson that you need to pick up from the bamboo tree. Some will say, again, practice made perfect. Is that true? Practice, yes, we have heard it. Yes, we have written composition. Okay, Essackjee, whatever, about practice made perfect. Wrong. So if you have been doing that this way, if you do it every way, okay, this is tout ça. But it's not about It's not going to be perfect. You are practicing it the wrong way. So it's about good practice makes perfect. Similarly, experience is not the best teacher. It's about evaluated experience. That's why you need to have a coach, someone who's going to guide you. Okay, so evaluated experience teaches everything. Now, maybe last law for you for today. I think it has been a lot. Let me just check. Yeah, 2 minutes remaining. So law of legacy. If right now you can hear, there's no sound with this picture, but if you can hear a sound, so you are on the leadership track. Okay, like pictures without sound, you can even hear the sound. Anyway, laws of legacy, life sentence. What a statement summarizing your goals and purpose. We have been talking about goals and purpose of your life. Imagine what is the bus that you're going to jump onto. I want to, maybe tonight or whatever you have time, but tonight is good because it's fresh in your mind. What is it that you want to do in your life? What is your purpose in life? There are 2 important days in your life. Well, the first, when you were born. The second one, the day you realize what was your purpose in life. Maybe it is today. 22nd of July. Okay, I want to. Then, what do you want? What do you want people to say, or maybe to sing or to dance at your funeral? Okay, how was this guy? Did he add value to us? Have he been able to do something in the life? Okay, so up to you. See the law. What are you leaving behind? Okay, it's not what we have been saying. Okay, so many laws, so many techniques, and so on. But we need action, isn't it? Okay, there's one story which I like to tell you here. I'm given maybe 5 more minutes. Okay, so there was a guy. Okay, I'm not telling you to do the same thing, but just a story. There was a guy who woke up in the morning. He prayed to God. God, let me have the maybe 10 million lottery every night, every day in the morning. Every night he goes to work. At night he comes before going to bed. God, please give me this lottery. Very good. Day 1, day 2, day 3. He lived 65 years. Nothing. He prayed morning and night. He didn't got the lottery. He went up when he died. The God was asking him, "Oh, you came here," and so on. He said, "God, but I prayed for you day and night about to give me this lottery. Let me win this lottery." God said, "Oh my God, I would have given it to you, but you should have at least bought a ticket." So it's not about getting it, it's about doing the action first. Then the results are going to come. So buy the lottery ticket. I'm not telling you to do that, but it's just a way to put you into action. Okay, you need to start moving. Okay, important moments in life. So when opportunity comes to you and you're not prepared, so far too late. Don't wait for the opportunity to come. If you don't, at times there are some saying who say, when opportunity knocks at the door and so on. But if there's no door, build the door. Okay, create yourself. Like, go out of this cocoon that you are, out of this comfort zone, and say, okay, today is the day 22nd. I think 22nd of July is the day that I've decided to go out of this comfort zone and to become a better person, be a better leader. Okay, luck is 90% intentional, 10% accidental. When you're going to see, people are going to see you riding in a very good car, having a very good year, traveling the world, whatever. Say, oh, he's lucky. He's lucky. When this guy was sleeping at 2 a.m., he's sleeping in his study room at night. No one is saying that. Okay, while you're watching maybe YouTube, watching Netflix, whatever. Okay, so it's not about luck. It's part luck. Accidental, yes, but this is what calls a law of attraction. When you're working in this direction, things are going to get attracted to you. Okay, you can read a bit about law of attraction as well. Okay, now you will say, yes, I'm going to. He has inspired me. I'm motivated. Damien Levin, when he started to work on his leadership, he fell down. Pareto asked this little girl or little boy. He fell down. So, what will his mother say? Okay, so it was just trying to walk. He fell. His mother will say, "Oh, please don't do that. Don't learn to walk again. You're going to get injured. Please, don't try to walk again, isn't it?" Oh, his mother will say, "Okay, don't cry, but then go back on to try again. He fell. His mother will say, "Oh, please don't do that. Don't learn to walk again. You're going to get injured. Please, don't try to walk again, isn't it?" Oh, his mother will say, "Okay, don't cry, but then go back on to try again until you succeed. It's about until you succeed. Same for you in your leadership journey. First time you're going to get kicked. I told you you're going to get kicked. I don't paint a very good picture for you in the back. I painted it as a reality. You're going to get kicked in your back. You're going to be hurt. You're going to fall. But then, what you need to do? You need to go back. Get this picture of this kid, this child in your mind. He fell. He wanted to walk. He rose again. And then maybe after turning tap on sofa or mirror, whatever, injured too. So, up to you to move forward. Okay, that was it from me. Let's have a look at the summary. I have a small surprise for you. Okay, leadership skills can be learned and developed. This is what we found out. Hopefully, it was the same on your side as well. Second, daily skills to be practiced. Maybe it was like all over. Let's have a look. Create a vision, your vision to inspire your people. Intention, remember NASA, I do it at CB, whatever, in whatever organization I do training, I try to show this picture about maybe small things that people are doing, but it is contributing to the big picture. Intentionally leave your comfort zone. Growth does not just happen. It happens because you decide to move forward, to leave your comfort zone. It's a daily process. So it's not like magic, and medicine, Kawaten Fivin leader. No. It's a daily process. It's never-ending process as well. You need to have a growth environment. Who are your peers, your inner circle? If it is not conducive, you need to move out. Remember the 2 containers with plants and so on. So you need to go for an environment which is conducive to your growth. Communication, we'll talk about communication, understanding people before being understood, empathy, listening, okay, the heart, whatever, serving people, remember tennis, prioritize, okay, the lion tamer. Don't try to focus on all 4 legs. You're going to be paralyzed and you're going to be diluted, bien à force, okay? So look for your priority, focus. And dealing with pain and failure, it's going to be painful. You're going to meet with failure, but fail is first attempt in learning. So if you want to succeed a lot, you need to fail a lot as well. Okay, now set your own objectives, but it is a sad truth. I don't know how many, I think there were around maybe 70. Let's say 100 people have registered. We mentioned only 2% are going to decide to move out of this comfort zone. So if you have 100 participants listening, okay, it's going to be 2 who will decide to move out of the comfort zone. So it's a sad truth. Maybe others will just be listening, but you listening here today, you are among these 2%, isn't it? I don't know who it is, but it is someone in this audience today, okay, who is in this 2%. And you need to take action. For those, maybe it's not right time, but you need to start to decide to move out of the comfort zone. Remember, it's daily actions compounded over the year. Now it's also for 1 year, 365 days. Remember, over 5 years, 10 years, and whatever. How would you grow? Okay, compounded effect. Okay, that was it. Then let me just go to the next slide. Okay, since it is with Honoris, I've been doing my MBA and so on. Here I'm giving you all participants a free leadership assessment. You can just take a picture of this slide, but whatever, I can share the slide as well with you. So you can go onto this QR code. You're going to have access to a leadership assessment, around 30 questions where you can just, it's going to be about you. Okay, and then you can reach out to me by email. I'm going to tell you your score and how you can, for 5 minutes or so, we can discuss about how you can move to the next level, where you are and how to move to the next level. So it's a free leadership assessment. It's only because of Honoris Educational Network. Okay, so thank you for them. That was it from me. So I've taken maybe 6 minutes from you, Priya. Sorry for that. So I leave the floor to you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ismail. We will now quickly take some questions or welcome any instant feedback from this crowd here. I can see Asif Ali Mohammed has asked a question in the chat. Can you talk a bit about the different styles of leadership and their efficiencies?
Okay, so different style of leadership, this is what we call the theories of leadership. You have autocratic and so on. This is too theoretical. Okay, what I want to bring forward is about the practical leadership for each and every one. Okay, autocratic is maybe how you take decision. Maybe you're going to consult people, or you just say, okay, I decided, maybe the prime minister, I'm going to take this decision, whatever. This is maybe an autocratic. So I'm not pinpointing anyone, just an example. Okay, it is an autocratic decision. I'm going to close the borders, whatever. But if you're maybe someone who is maybe listening to people, you can have like a meeting and you get people, you listen to them. Okay, and then you base maybe a consensus, you reach a consensus, then you take a decision, whatever. This is more another type of leadership, but this is like more of theoretical approach. I like to bring forward the practical side of leadership.
And thank you. We have another question. This is from myself, from my side. And I have chosen to write it here so that everybody can understand it.
Okay, so if bad leaders can be made in good one, how do we deal with them? Should we provide constant? Yeah, so we can like, there's no, it's about the level of leadership. There are two meaning of bad leaders. So there is someone who is good at that. Hitler, he was a leader, he was a very good leader, but with negative ideas. For us, when we look at what he has done, it was like negative, but he was a good leader. He was able, in terms of his level of influence, it was high. He was leading maybe a large group of people, a lot of followers. Okay, but he was doing it maybe for the wrong reason. So now in terms of bad leadership, so someone who is maybe at the lower level, so they can always go up. And then we say, how do we deal with them? So basically, if you are bad leaders, so maybe I will say they are not bad, but they are the lowest rung of the leadership ladder. Maybe level one, they are using their position to force people. For them, it's about leading, but it's not leading. Now that you know, it's about maybe managing people. You're using your position to make the work being done. Should we provide constant? Yes, feedback is about listening, providing feedback, but for the leaders, what we call the leaders, they should be listening as well. They should be. That's why we need to have different personalities, and you need to know how to approach them as well.
Okay, next we have Manusha. I have been your student at UOM and was really looking forward to this webinar. As expected, it was very informative and entertaining. In order to lead, confidence is key. How do we build the confidence to be able to get out of my comfort zone? Being a shy person myself, I find it difficult to voice out and communicate. How to deal with that?
Mm-hmm. So definitely it's difficult because you see me here today, I'm like a super timid guy. Okay, if you have seen me maybe 10 years ago when I was like at Mancusa itself, maybe super timid, but then I decided it's about your decision to move out. Maybe set your goal, what do you want to become? Okay, then you say you can work, okay, and on a plan. This is what we call the Swiss cheese technique. Okay, it's a big goal, maybe where you are right now, where you want to be, what is the path that you need to take to reach there. It's not like a shift, a magical shift. Then you need to look for the different steps, maybe to read if you want, if you have problems to maybe to communicate, to talk with people, talk with yourself in the mirror first. Talk with someone whom you're comfortable with. Talk with your pet if you have a dog. Talk with him or whatever. Talk with a small group where you're confident. Then slowly you're going to move out. And there are some clubs like you have Toastmasters, you have Maxwell Speakers Club as well, where we grow people. If you're timid and so on, but you need to decide to break this ice. Okay, and this is the first step has already been done because you have been able to identify this lacuna that you have. Okay, so it's a shortcoming maybe for you because you want to move forward, you want to go out of this comfort zone. So the first step has been done. You have been able to identify and maybe decide that you need to move out. So how to voice out? It's about practicing. And it's not about only practice made perfect. Remember our slide. It's about experience. Someone having experience to guide you. So, like if you are maybe using the scissors the wrong way, if there's no one who's going to guide you, will say, okay, this is the only practice. This is the only way I'm going to practice. But you're practicing it the wrong way. Okay, so get someone to guide you, maybe a coach or a mentor or someone in the field as well. And this is where you're going. This is how you're going to go out, maybe to another level of your communication.
Thank you. We have another Priya here who has left a comment on this webinar.
Okay, very interesting. It makes us reflect on ourselves. That's very good. I just want to share. Si nous envie mange lexi, paste qui nous a plant pied là. Ouais. I will say leadership is also exactly. So you need to plant the tree definitely and water it, and maybe you will not be around when it's going to bear the fruits. Okay, we'll go maybe have gone up. So it's about serving. Okay, we are maybe planting a tree for others to benefit. So very good example, Priya. To enhance, cultivate our leadership skill, whether in professional and daily work. That's very good. Looking forward for more sessions or webinar. Okay.
Please feel free to ask more questions or give your feedback. So if we do not have any questions, we will now close this session. I think you have portrayed the essence of leadership through the beautiful example of the ship, Dr. Essackjee. And to be successful, all leaders, whatever their style or whatever their leadership type, must choose the right action at the right time. And as we say, keep a steady eye on the ball. They must be courageous and self-aware. This is a skill which needs to be practiced, definitely. Hence, someone can be made into not only a leader, but an effective leader. As we wrap up this session, I would like to especially thank you for all the insights and all the pertinent examples that you have given us. And I am sure that they will help us all to channel our inner leadership and make small steps every day and set our goals every day to achieve that something big that we want. Thank you so much. And I also take this opportunity to let everyone know that if ever you wish to advance your career with an MBA or any other program with Honoris, you can definitely contact us. We will leave our contact details in the chat. And thank you so much for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.